Hey guys, Kilx here, multi-rank 1 in PvP and Mythic Plus every single tier and the #1 Virgin Collector in North America. Today we're breaking down the week 1, 2, and 3 to-do list for the War Within Season 3 in patch 11.2, Ghosts of Koresh. Before we jump in, I've got to give a huge shout out to Larios, which is the original creator of the checklist this guide was inspired by. His spreadsheet is an absolute goldmine, and I've taken it and added the strategies that top tier players are using right now to get ahead fast. This is the most time optimized checklist you can follow to start the season strong and never fall behind. We're going to go step by step what to do, in what order, and why it matters. So whether you raid, do keys, or collect, you'll end every week fully prepared for the next. We're going to quickly go over a WeakAura that was made by a person named Bloom. This is going to be perfect for all my OCD completionist doo-doo farmers out there who just want to track everything you need to knock out each week. So we're going to type /WA. We're going to import new WeakAura, import, and paste this string in here, import. And then we're just going to put it anywhere we want it. So for myself, I'm going to put it right here at the left, exit this. And now what this is going to do, it's going to show you everything that you need to do and that you've done. And if you click this arrow right here to the top right, this down arrow, it's going to toggle through 3 different menus, one to hide everything, and one to only show what you still need. So as you can see on this character, I still need to do 2 Mythic 0 dungeons, and I still need to cap my Valor Stones. So this is going to be good for you guys to keep track of what you're doing, especially if you're doing this on a ton of alts. This is going to be a very easy way to track what you still need to do. All right, let's start with week 1, which is the setup week. The goal here is to get every unlock and piece of progression in place so that when week 2 hits, you're ready to rush out the gate. First thing before you even think about questing, buy and use your Koresh Trust contract. This is account-wide now, so you only have to do it once a week on your main, and all your alts will benefit. From there, push through the campaign all the way up to and including Chapter 3. While you're at it, knock out the entire phase diving questline so you unlock the account-wide skip for your characters. By the time you're done, you should have your Reshi Wraps cloak. Make sure you pick your first upgrade, and if you need help with that, my full cloak guide is linked in the description down below. Also, don't forget to upgrade your blue quality fiber to the epic version through public work orders, okay? That's going to be a big secondary stat bump right at the start, and it's very cheap. Make sure to use rank 1 materials only for this, so it's cheaper. If you care about Koresh Trust reputation, now is the time to grab it. Do the weekly dungeon quests, all the side quests in Koresh, and every world quest at least once on your account. Some achievements and treasures in the zone also give rep, so scoop those up while you're still in the area. By the time you finish most of that, you'll probably already have your crafting spark, but double check anyways and actually make it. It's going to cost 250 Valor Stones, and it's called the Spark of Starlight. You're going to create this by combining 2 fractured Sparks of Starlights. Do not craft anything with this yet, guys. Also kill the world boss once this week. This world boss is going to drop 688 eye level Warbound account gear. Now, your first kill of the week on any account is going to be 100% guaranteed 1 piece of loot, but it is random which piece of loot it is, okay guys? Now let's talk delves. At the moment, the tooltip for your delve vault is bugged. You need to do tier 8 and up delves. Anything lower is showing 694 eye level as well, but that is not accurate. At the start of every single tier, they reset back to tier 3. So your priority this week is to unlock all the way up to tier 11 delve. Once you've cleared your first tier 4 to tier 11 with at least 1 life left in it, you'll get a feat of strength for each delve. After that, you can drop back down and spam tier 8 delves for faster clear to fill out your vault. If you can't quite handle tier 11s on your main yet, do it on a tank alt. Blood Decay is by far the easiest spec. Any tank spec at the moment is almost unkillable in delves, even with the 1-button rotation feature. Then just hop back on your main and finish your vault with tier 8 runs for the week. Once you're more geared next week and the following week, knock out those tier 11 delves on your main. While you're running delves, keep an eye out on your ethereal threads count. Once you have 3, go back to Hashim and upgrade your cloak to rank 3. This will unlock a special delve feature which have these random portals that can drastically speed up the run of the delve depending on where they spawn. Now keep in mind these are not guaranteed spawns, they have a chance to spawn, but if you ever see one, make sure you take it. Sometimes you'll find flicker gates as well that teleport you straight into these rooms randomly. It's not guaranteed, but when it happens, it's a huge time save. Check out my Flicker Gate down below in the description as well if you want to know more about these. After you're done with delves, it's time for Mythic Zeros. Run WeakAura, Priory, Ecodome, which is the new dungeon, Halls of Atonement, Dawnbreaker, and Floodgate at least once per character. Only 6 dungeons are open this week on Mythic, so you can naturally cap your third vault slot. You can't cap your third vault slot unless you group with someone who isn't saved. Not a big deal if you miss this, guys. The third slot isn't worth stressing over in week 1. Even I'm not capping out my third slot. I know sometimes it can be difficult to get into groups in LFG, even for trivial content like this. So if you're struggling finding or joining groups, just form your own, guys. The other thing I recommend is running 5 mask horrific visions to unlock the weapon vendor. Keep in mind you'll want to do enough visions to get the tree spec fully upgraded. This will make the horrific visions drastically easier. Now, these weapons cost 500 displays corrupted mementos, and they can upgrade all the way up to 691 eye level. If your class can use both a two-handed weapon and a one-hander plus an offhand or 2 one-handers, buy the two-handed first. It makes upgrading your one-hander and offhander much cheaper in quest costs. Keep in mind doing it this way will drastically increase the amount of Valor Stones that you need. So for example, what I did on my Paladin is I bought the two-handed weapon and upgraded to 691 eye level. And now all of my one-handers and my shields only cost Valor Stones, right? So I'm only spending crests on just the two-handed weapon, where I'm saving crests on upgrading the shield as well as the one-handed weapon, right? So it saves you some crest costs with that. Once you've capped your Del Vault slots, done all your Mythic Zeros, you can use all your carved and weather crests to upgrade any gear. Make sure you spend all of your crests this week, guys. You can use your weather crests as well to craft 675 eye level gear and any slots you are missing on your alts. You can come down here to this vendor by the crafting order guy and buy these enchanted weather ethereal crests and go to the crafting order, pick current expansion only, and then pick whatever armor you want. So for example, for me, I did bracers on this pally, and make sure you pick the blue equivalent item for your armor type. So for me, it's plate. I did this, and I pick whatever stats I want, pick whatever embellishment I want, and pick the enchanted weather ethereal crest. And now these got crafted, and it gave me 675 eye level wrists. So this is another way you can catch up with gear if you can't fill out any of your gear slots. So like my alt pally this week is 676 eye level, and I already did my Mythic 0, so I can't get any more gear this week. So I decided to craft bracers to catch up that slot in eye level. Now when it comes to Valor Stones, I would aim for around 1,000 to 1,500 by the end of this week, by the end of week 1. You'll easily cap them in week 2 without even trying, so don't burn yourself out farming them right now. Just upgrade any veteran gear you can this week, or champion track to 691 eye level at least. This is the eye level that you start to need rune crests at, so this is where you'll start to like be nitpicky on what you upgrade and what you don't upgrade, but that's not until next week anyways. As far as weathered crests and carved crests, just spend them. They're not important long term, and they're basically completely useless after next week. Once all that's done, grab your cloak on all of your alts, pick their powers. You don't even have to farm the threads all over again on each alt. And if you're still looking for things to do after all that, go chase some mounts, transmogs, or achievements, or pets. And that's pretty much week 1 done. The strategy will set you up perfectly for week 2, which is where things really start to amp up and get competitive. All right, guys, so week 2 is beginning. Things are about to kick off. The tier is actually starting. What do you do? What is the first thing that you do? Now, this is where your decisions are going to start to matter and the grind actually begins, depending on your goals. First thing you're going to do is head straight to your vault and open it for that little dopamine rush. Make sure you're in the proper loot spec when doing this, right? So for example, I'll be holy. Open your vault, but do not pick your option yet. Just look at your vault, observe everything, see what you have. Maybe get a little happy, maybe get sad. I always get sad. But don't pick your item yet. We want to wait until before or after the raid to make that choice so we can min-max based on what we get later in the day or the week. The only time you'd break this rule is if you see a best in slot trinket or a tier set piece. If you get 2 tier set pieces, I'd still wait until after raid. Nothing feels worse than picking one from the vault only to loot the same exact piece later. Next up, you're going to go around and pick up every single weekly world quest. The one from Bran over here, the one by this guy leaning on the rock who thinks he's not even actually leaning on it. Look, he's like hovering. From this chick right here, from this chick right here, this one too, right? You're going to want to pick up all your Delve weeklies, your Caress Trust reputations, any new campaign quests, and also your Caress Trust contracts. So make sure you're using your contract on the weekly reset as well. And you're going to want to go check with Hashim to see if there's any new cloak upgrades. And while you're at it, knock out the world boss for that guaranteed 688 eye level drop. As you work through your to-do list, you'll passively earn ethereal strands to upgrade your cloak, okay guys? Now I'm going to link you guys a macro in the description that's going to keep track of every single ethereal strand that you earned for the week. So for example, this week, the macro, if you paste it in your chat, it should say 6 out of 6 if you've fully capped out everything. And as you work through your to-do list, you'll passively earn ethereal strands to upgrade your cloak from 707, right? So right now it's 707. You'll upgrade it to 714 in week 2. Now, this is also going to unlock the new artifact power as well. So as soon as you have 3 threads, go back to Hashim to upgrade it. This is where your approach will split depending on your goals and your skill level. Option 1, delves first. If you want to focus delves, you'll need 7 tier 8 delves and 1 tier 11 for that one-time 30 Gilded Crest reward. Always target bountiful delves first and spend your keys. Now, you can min-max with 8 tier 11 delves for more brand and delver journey XP, but personally I stick to tier 8s. They're faster, easier, and still get the job done. It's slower for XP, but it's better for efficiency. Make sure you are spending your restored coffer keys by running bountiful delves. At the end of each bountiful delve, the bountiful chest gives reputation with a random war within faction, including the Caress Trust reputation up to 1 time per week. One thing worth mentioning is that the Delver's bounty map in Season 3, it's not a free drop from the first Delve mini-boss anymore until you've unlocked it through the journey's progress. Now, you can guarantee spawn the Delve boss with an item called Shrieking Quartz at the checkpoint inside any Delve, but that means that you'll have to run 30 to 40 Delves before you can even unlock this drop from this boss. So don't stress this in the first couple of weeks unless you have nothing else to do. Make sure to run tier 8 or higher delves if you do loot and use any maps. This will guarantee hero track gear. Your second option is going to be Mythic Plus first. If dungeons are your priority, spam plus 10 keys until every slot is filled with that eye level. Plus 10s drop 701 hero track gear and give 707 eye level mythic track pieces in your vault next week. Plus 6 to plus 7 keys give 694 eye level drops. Plus 8 to plus 9 keys give 697 eye level drops, and plus 10 keys give 701 eye level drops. Aim for 8 plus 10 keys for 3 mythic track vault slots next week. If you feel like taking on a challenge as well, try the Tazavest Mythic 0 hard mode with 0 deaths for a mythic track piece. It'll be brutal this early on, but if you've got a stacked group, give it a try. I recommend waiting until Monday night to try this when you've acquired the most amount of gear possible for this week. If you're struggling to get into groups in LFG, I recommend starting at the lowest key possible that you can actually timing every single key on that level and moving up to the next key level. You can use this strategy to climb the ranks in LFG and constantly improve and learn each key as well. Time every plus 3 key, then time every plus 4 key, then time every plus 5 key, and so on. Keep climbing using this strategy. It works, guys. I've done it myself. I've gotten rank 1 title and keys every single season, almost purely entirely through LFG almost every single season. Even top tier players do this at the highest level of LFG. Right now, there's also a method that is nearly used by all top tier players in top end raiding guilds, right, in Mythic Plus keys. You don't have to do this, but if you're aiming to min-max, it's a huge time saver. The idea is simple. Start with a group of 5, 1 person on their main and the other 4 on their alts. Push the mains key up to level 10 or higher, or whatever key level is comfortable for your group. Once it's there, the 4 alt players log over to their mains. When you complete that level 10 key, each of those mains will receive a key that's only 1 level lower. This completely skips the grind of pushing every single character's key up from the bottom, letting you get all your mains to high key levels right on day 1, while skipping all of those keys that you have to do before, right? Now, if you want to get into raiding as well, you're going to want to clear whatever raid difficulty you can next, right? So you're definitely going to want to do the raid this week as well. You're going to want to start with LFR, normal, heroic, and then mythic, in that order if you want a smooth learning curve. Just do whatever you can in the order of difficulty, all right? This is going to be the best approach with raiding. After completing all of these things and the raid, decide if you want to craft now or hold out until your second spark next week. Check Wowhead and class discords for your class and specs recommended craft order. Sometimes waiting is better. Make sure you do not craft cloak or boots, as these will be used from raid. Boots specifically are going to drop from raid. That's going to be your best in slot the entire tier. Your best boots will be from the raid, guys. Remember that for any sort of PvE content. There are also new special effect weapons in this raid, so crafting a weapon might not actually be the best option for some classes. Realistically speaking, most classes will still craft weapon and then bracers second, but make sure to always double check. When it comes to upgrading your gear, you're going to want to upgrade any 701 eye level gear into 704 eye level with runed crest. Don't overthink it. Just upgrade it. Do not upgrade the slot that you are crafting. Make sure you are upgrading weapons first and then big pieces. So like chest piece, helmet, legs, gloves, shoulders, stuff like that. If you have a mythic track gear somehow, if you're this lucky to get one on week 1, which is 710 or higher eye level, upgrade it to 717 eye level, but only spend 30 gilded crest this week so you can save 60 for crafting. That's basically it for week 2, guys. The main focus is to spam Mythic Plus, clear your raids, and cap out your delves. Once that's done, check the spreadsheet and get as degenerate as you want with the side grinds, okay? If you've been following along with the guide, you should already have a solid item level by now, at least 700 or higher. Week 3 is noticeably easier than week 2. It's less front-loaded, less hectic, and more about maintaining your momentum rather than scrambling to catch up. We're going to break this section down into 7 different steps. Step 1 is going to be your weekly vaults and quests. As always, start by cracking open that sweet weekly vault for your dose of dopamine. After that, grab every single available weekly, the Koresh Reputation Weekly, the Delve, and the Dungeon Weekly. Since you'll be running that content anyways, you might as well get that extra rewards. Don't forget to pop your Koresh Trust contract again for the week. Now, step 2 is going to be checking in with Hashim and the World Boss. Check in with Hashim to see if any new cloak related quests are up, then head to the World Boss if you still need any 688 eye level gear for the slots that World Boss drops specifically. Step 3 is going to be a deathless hard mode Tazavesh. With everyone's eye level now higher, this challenge should be much easier and much smoother. You can go for it pretty early in the week, or wait until Monday night to min-max your gear. Just keep in mind, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to find strong groups in LFG. Most high-end players tackle it early or during Friday or Saturday nights. Step 4 is going to be to knock out your 8 weekly plus 10 keys, or as high as you can manage, to secure all those 3 dungeon vault slots. Step 5 is going to be run your 8 tier 8 delves, or tier 11 if you're pushing hard and want to sweat it out. Make sure you are spending your restored coffer keys by running bountiful delves. This is also going to give you brand XP. At the end of each bountiful delve, the bountiful chest also gives reputation with a random war within faction, even the Kazavesh Trust reputation. Step 6. You're going to focus on world content and raiding. Complete world quests and weekly rep quests if you want that extra boost. Make sure you use your contract before the week starts, or just dive straight into raiding. Start with LFR, go into normal, heroic, and then mythic. If you've already geared and confident in the fights, just skip straight to normal, heroic, and mythic. Only do the difficulties that you still need gear from and the bosses that you still need gear from. Step 7. Upgrades and crest management. When it comes to upgrading this week, you're going to upgrade any 701 eye level gear to 704. Make sure you only do this on one piece of gear, so your highest value item. Step 2. In this section, upgrade Myth Track 717 eye level that you upgraded last week to 723 eye level. Remember, this is only one item. This is going to cost you 30 gilded crest, so you upgrade one item twice. If you have a second piece of Myth Track gear, upgrade that from 707 to 720 eye level. This is going to cost you 60 gilded crest. Do not spend gilded crests on crafted items this week. You'll be getting a free enchanted rune crest from the last boss raid. Make sure you complete all of your campaign quests first before killing him to ensure that you get the appropriate quest to get your free enchanted rune crest. The final tip I have for you guys is once you hit renown 18, Go buy your Infinite Augment rune for permanent stat boost. This will cost you 100,000 gold, but it is so worth it. For week 4 and beyond, you can basically follow week 3's advice as well and just keep grinding delves, Mythic Plus, and raids. And that's your full week 1, 2, and 3 game plan for the War Within Season 3. If you've been following along, you're now way ahead of the curve. Huge thanks again to Larios for creating the original spreadsheet this guide was inspired by, and shout out to all my doo-doo farmers putting in work every single day. Make sure to check out Larios's other spreadsheets and guides as well. He posts new stuff every single patch that's actually very good. If this helped you out, check out my other guides here on the channel. I've got PvP breakdowns, guides, Mythic Plus strategies, collector's tips, and many, many more. I'll also be making a full guide on how to properly upgrade your gear with quests so you don't waste resources or make mistakes. Make sure to swing by my Twitch to hang out live, ask questions, and watch the stuff in action. And join my Discord so you can connect with my community. All the links are down below in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one.